voice be picked up? Yeah, it could probably get picked up. There you go. There you go. There you go. We're starting to get somewhere. Hi, welcome. This is weird. Like, it's POV shot. Like if you don't know what a POV shot, it's I don't even know what that means either. I think it's point of view. It's the point of view. So this is my point of view, but it's not because my eyes are under like the camera's right here on top of my forehead. My eyes are right here. So you're literally on top of my forehead, like a cat or a bug. You're literally watching it. So it's pretending like it's you, but it's not you. Anyways, let's get you to the business. Planning things out. It's hard, especially if you're an artist, because you'd rather be in the process of creating things, but not having to plan it out. You'd rather just create it, just let things happen. This one's kind of a difficult one, because even right now, I makeshift this. I have a seatbelt. I'm not wearing any professional. What's the word? It's literally a belt. I have a belt around my head, and the camera's attached to it to hold it in place. So I wish I could show you my face, but I don't want to show my face. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. Even the lighting here, it's from here. So I'm making this as I go. It's pretty cool though. I like it. Planning things out. So I have 4 projects, and I'm not kidding. If I were to like quickly, I'm not even showing my whole face. Ugh, I have to remember to do this. Yeah, see, here you go. Look at that. Like, it's a webcam connected to my head. Like, this is my head right here, and that's my camera. I wasn't showing all this, but I'm literally using this as a basic planning out draft. Not that one. This right here. I'm gonna open this. I wish I could open it. Can I open it up? Oh no, this is a really bad one. Man, that's a really cool picture. Where is it? This is where sometimes I get annoyed. So I'm gonna use this as a draft. This little right thing right here, which I could zoom in, but I'll showcase it on the screen at the bottom. Alright, let's do this. So I have 4 projects in mind that I want to work on. One's 2 already been done. One I am gonna revise. But I gotta make sure what I'm looking at right here. Okay, cool. For starters, this is an old project. It's already public, so I'm not really too stressing about it. Smithic ink, and once again, I'm using the visual board that's on screen. I'm like looking at it as I go. So once again, I'm looking things as I go. So it's supposed to be a vision board. Okay, so I guess we're making stuff as I go. Vision, cell, poker, cards, illustration. That's it. That's my vision. Why not? Because I think it's fun. I think this is fun. Illustration is fun. It's fun. Alright, put a smiley face. You gotta make things your own. So I already have the Kickstarter ready to go. Kickstarter. It's good to go. I just have to redo it or relaunch because it was a failure. But I learned my mistakes. Which I have to get different colors here. It's kind of a mess right now, but we'll grab this. Yes, that was a Metal Gear project that I did. As much as I want to get sidetracked, but it's a little Metal Gear that I did for a friend of mine. Oh, my cousin. It was like a Christmas gift. We were testing it out. I gave one to a friend, so if I don't know, I'll probably post it later on Etsy if people want to get it. It did take a while, but it's pretty crisp. On the back was Naomi Campbell. I wish I had the original one, but we were just testing it out to see how Metal Gear or Snake looked like. This took a while. I had to make it from scratch. Like everything gets laser. All these are. If you were to see the full file, which I'm getting distracted because that's the main plan, but I like showcasing this. every single part was a vector point. So each one of these is all vector. So I did it quickly because I got used to vector. I know how to do it, but it did take a while. So let's get back to the main idea. So let's do this. I'm gonna put a little relaunch the target. So what went wrong with Mythic Ink? So let's talk about it. And I'm gonna go back to using this over here because I gotta make sure what happened with the plan and how can I better do it and using my experience. So I know the target group, which I already found out. This is something that I learned. Group. So this is learning. I'm actually not going to use permanent marker because it's bleeding through it. So it's target group. People who like poker players. Another one was, which I discovered, is collectors, card collectors. I didn't know a group existed. And I could showcase this because I thought it was pretty cool. So as you're gonna see here, because I'm typing things in and I'm going with the flow. It's kind of weird because like showcasing my life and how it's pretty messy. Pretty sure I have ADHD. But anyways, that's not the point. Poker. We're gonna do Mythic Ink Poker Cards Forum. So under, whoa, what the heck? Oh. We're gonna switch screens real quick. So my cards ended up on a forum called United Cardists. I really love those people, and as you can tell, a lot of people. Well, that's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna do the math right now, but they posted my stuff, and I got a lot of what's it called? I got a lot of feedback and criticisms, which is fair, which is why I updated a lot of things. Because the original prices were higher. It was like 50 and 40s and 30s. But I brought it down to reasonable level. But the funding still didn't work, even with the new pledges. By the way, all this is like not AI or someone else. This is all me. I kind of had to create all this. But I'm very much into illustration, marketing, and advertisement because I think it's cool. I think illustrators and graphic designers go hand in hand. But for the most part, what's the word? I learned my lesson. And do not expect a project to... I think someone had a criticism from a fellow friend who I used to be part of a Discord server. If you're not famous, if people don't know you, you don't market yourself out there, it's not going to successfully be funded. Maybe if I had more time. So let's talk about time. Time. So here's my target group. We're going to go here. Poker players. Let's talk about positive stuff. Positive. We're going to do happy face for positive. What was, wow, this is really, I'm going to change the lighting on this one real quick. Or not, I could just get a darker color. I'm actually going to lower this a bit because a lot of you can't see probably. Hopefully my face doesn't show up because I don't want my face popping up. I like the illusion that you all know who I look like. There you go, now you're all at chest level. And oh my gosh. Yeah, things don't go as planned. I'm actually gonna, can I pause it? No, I cannot pause it. I could change the camera. So, technical, I'm actually gonna go picture of a cat from broadcast error cat. Yeah, I know it's gone silent, even though this is all live. Where's that cat? I really like that cat. Where it's like technical broadcast error. Broadcast. error. I'm just gonna put this one. Oh no. This is weird. Nope, yeah, okay. We're gonna have to just... Does this one work? This is dumb. It's not even mine, it's somebody else's. Let's try to fix this on. I keep talking about my Mythic Ink project. So one of the downsides is I put little time. I was very hopeful, though I was surprised a lot of strangers were willing to support. I guess they really like my art. And I did a lot of newsletters or emails or updates on posts. So that was pretty cool. I really like that. Just a little like people like little illustrator, because I was doing illustrations. I think that's what I am at the end of the day, an illustrator. So you're at chest level, so you're now looking, which, let's talk about positive stuff. One, people like my illustrations. So I'm very happy about that. Oops, sorry. People like my illustrations. That was cool. Second, people like fantasy. Another positive thing that we could talk about, I just happened to get money raise. People were willing to invest, even in the high quality. Sure, I did bring it down. So there was feedback. People like feedback. Looks like I run out of space. What else? We're probably going to continue this because I was going to do another project over here, but we'll continue it. So this is the Mythic Ink project. I'm going to draw little pictures of cards over here on top. Hopefully you can all see. So I'm just going to put a little, just cards, a little card symbol. So the vision, sale poker cards illustration for fun. Just why not? Just why? To support my art. To Kickstarter is ready to go. Project is already done. Project is done, so I don't have to stress about it. The target group, we know what we want. We know the card collectors, illustration, fantasy, money, feedback, details. People love details, and presentation. People like a good presentation. Hopefully my voice is booming. If not, I do apologize. It says it is, but it's picking up my voice. But I'll showcase my Kickstarter in the meantime. So we're going to switch over here. Oh. I still got to practice. Well, this is what as I was talking, you're all looking at the technical feedback. This is what I was writing, just an overview. So once again, things are not going as planned, but I guess this is a rough draft idea. I do have to like break it down. My vision was to sell poker cards illustration. Kickstarter is already done. This took a while because there's a lot of process that you have to do. We are going to relaunch it. So we're going to do a relaunch. We're going to put it over here just to show, hey, we're relaunching it. Project is done. I don't have to worry about that. My target group, I know the poker players and card collectors, so I don't have to worry about other people. Age group and all that, I really don't care. I'm not going to go into the statistics of it, but people loved it. They like the illustration, they like the fantasy. I was able to raise money. I got feedback. I got details and marketing. I actually enjoyed the marketing. The downside. Let's talk about relaunch and downside. So relaunch. That's what we're gonna do this summer. Let's talk about errors. What went wrong? So past experience. Wow, this is really hard to do. Probably have to. Okay. Wow, this is weird because you're all seeing it, but for me it's very difficult because I want to lean forward. Oh, maybe I can't lean forward. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that. It's forcing me to stand up straight. We're gonna do a separate chart. So what went wrong? Time. Too short. So it was a 3 months project, and I wasn't able to raise that enough money. 2, as a friend of mine said, you're not well known, not in a bad way, but not well known. 3, the good part is I was able to handle the marketing, but I had to spread myself out more. So market more. And one thing I'll omit, because I've been talking to people, marketing experience. There's tricks to this. There are tricks. And one thing that I picked up, someone who knows marketing, is codes to creators or influencers. Maybe, because I don't like this, influencers. It's basically sharing the profit. Which, you're probably saying I'm greedy, but I did put a lot of time into this, so to find out someone's taking, in this case, 10% of all my entire effort and work, it kind of bums me out. But maybe I should, so sharing the profit. So this is why you get coders or creators, because one, in return, you get their, if you were to go down this route, you get their audience. So one, you save time, but, so here's a cool part, you save time. So I'm gonna put a picture clock, save. The downside is you lose profit, so profit down. Another thing, which I think I understand because of feedback, we're actually going to put this in the green over here, is just stick to one product. Let's make it easy. Stick to one product. And I forgot, according to another friend of mine who was giving me feedback, is I'm trying to remember, unlocks or pledge unlocks. Basically, if you raise enough money, you hear a tier and you give goodies to your audience or the people who are going to invest in this. You give goodies. So basically, like, let's say we make it to the $500, everybody gets a free PDF file, which I already have. This already have to go. They get bonus cards. It's not going to be printed. If you make it to the $1,000, why they get this is all a rough draft. If you make it to the $1,000, you don't only get the PDF file, but you also get JPEG of all cards. But this is just like speculations. Maybe you want to bring in an extra gifts, maybe share a little bit of the profit and give people, like, let's say you do have enough money and you made income. Like, obviously you don't want to make a cost. You don't want to lose money in all this. You want to make, so basically, let's just put it this way: all this is going to cost you for production $2,000 because I already did it. But you're going to make, if you invested in this, or not you but me, let's say you're the creator, you sell this for $5,000. Cool, you made a $3,000 to your creative endeavor. But maybe we could grab a little bit of that chunk of money and bring it back to the people. Maybe not just get JPEGs, but give everybody a t-shirt. But all this is all logistics. Like, you really need to figure out how much a t-shirt is. And not just like all this, like, that's why you do investments or raising. Because if you were to do this on your own, especially when you do bulk purchases, you lower the costs. But unfortunately, when you try to do single stuff, it'll be more expensive. So in this case, you got to figure out the cost of a t-shirt. And you also got to understand what is the average size. Like, all this goes into planning. Like, just because I got this part done does not mean it was easy. It took me a while. It is easy. It just takes time. And I'll showcase it. This really took like a whole month. Like, Kickstarters and all that. I really, God bless those people. We're going to go over to Kickstarter real quick. So we're going to showcase the screen. So it really, a lot of time goes into creative projects. Like it's time consuming, and I think that's what stresses people out. But you just gotta do it. So we're gonna go over to my project that I worked on, and I think I popped up quickly. Let's see. There I am, Mythic Ink. So yeah, so this is the project. I literally did all this. It was all me. It was fun. Yeah, that's one criticism I could give myself. It was too, what's the word? Too much information. Too much information. And I think the detail is my strength, but I need to figure out when's the best part of the detail. Like, this is more of, oh, I just had an idea. Maybe the information can go to behind the scenes book, behind the scenes PDF file. Maybe we could do that for those who really want to learn how I did this. So I don't want to show everything. Show, don't tell. So I told too much. I'm gonna write that down. Show, don't tell. So this is the behind the scenes that I was doing. So maybe I shouldn't have showed this. Maybe this is the beginning of the project. One thing I am gonna do, which we haven't talked about, is since this is a relaunch, redesigning of the cards. Because it's been over a year. I've gotten better with my art, I will say. And there's a lot of things I want to fix. So I do want to do a redesign. I'm going to keep the box though. Well, we are going to do a version 2. Mythic Ink 2.0. We're actually going to do a revamp. Some of the designs I'm going to keep, but we're actually going to give things a bit more smoother texture to it. Or actually, a lot of the designs I am going to keep. But some I'm actually going to clean up and probably do a better job of organizing it. Yeah, these ones are going to be kept. Oh, that's another thing to talk about. It's what's your values when it comes to, because obviously when you have to print stuff, you got to think about the environment. If you care about the environment, I'm not here to force my values into others. But I purposely chose eco-friendly, sustainable form of paper. I explained all this, and I even put a source for those who are interested. The lucky part, though, it went down in price. So that's one thing I noticed. It used to be expensive before, but now it actually got more affordable. So we're going to be talking about that soon. That's one of the good side. I guess as time passed, eco herbage has now gotten affordable. It's now more affordable. So things have changed than before. I think that was like the downside. And one thing, which is why I picked eco herbage, is how it came out. The cards came out very nice and slick. Especially something that's eco-friendly. So I'm very proud of that product design on this one, especially from this company, Make Playing Cards. One thing I also went with them is because they're really good at chain management. So if you're looking to make playing cards, also got to check out their tarot cards. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Tarots, that's one thing to look into from makeplayingcards.com. They're really good. They're very presentable, and I've been to other websites. This is probably your best shot. One, it's very information's all there into. Oh, look at that tarot universe. Interesting. I was going to talk about that. Huh. Anyways, damn, that's something I gotta write down. That's pretty cool. Anyways, so yeah. Or if it's too expensive and it's out of your way, maybe you should visit your local print shop or print design shop. Maybe they could give you a better deal and work with them, make a community relationship, because share the profit. You give them money, they'll treat you better. Versus a largest corporation company like this, they'll help you out. Maybe it's more for bulk. However, you won't get that one-on-one friendliness because they probably have deals with higher paying clients versus your local community ones. I mean, I am in touch with a local community one, so planning it out. So let's go back to what I've been staring at as it gazes back into me. The void. So once again, this is just so you can see a lot of things that we were talking about. Too much information, behind the scenes PDF, maybe show don't tell. This is a rough draft planning. And this is still one project plan that I have. So this, I don't know how long it's gonna take me, but I need to start today, or not today. This is just the first step. So the creative, I want to say the creative process, but just project art planning is very key word, which we're gonna get into now. Is time. So before it was 3 months. Now I do have to work and I do have an outside job. And before I did this when I lost my job or when I got fired. In this case, I literally, maybe instead of 3 months, and since I'll be working, I'll have some breaks here and there, but I have a bit more faster now when it comes to rendering or designing and knowing what I want to do and what I want. I'm gonna give it a year. That's my gut feeling. I could be wrong. Once again, all this could be wrong. I'm gonna give it a year for the project to go. Now, it is March, and I did wanted to make it theme. Now, knowing myself, how things are a bit shaky right now in terms of outside of work, because I am in the process of getting a new job and all that, I think I'm going to give myself a 1 year break. Maybe things might be accomplished faster, maybe sooner, but what I would love, and this, I'm going to put a heart right here, is October. October is the 10th. So starting now from, what day are we? October 10th would be a launch, would be a great launch for it to end. And that will give me 5 months. This will be a 5 months. 5 months. If we hit that, that means everyone within 2 weeks, if everything goes well with the sales and shipping and processing, you could probably get it before. If I had to take a chance, how shipping works, and it depends on where you hit. And that's if I submitted it. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think this is going to work. It's probably not going to hit it. Maybe in time for Christmas. It's not thematic, but it'll be a great gift to give to everybody for Christmas. So maybe this low probability. I already know. And I say this because I used to be a delivery driver and shipping and all that. It's chaotic and things don't go always well as planned, especially when you're timing it with other holidays. So that's one thing you got to remember. If you plan on doing seasonal and you're trying to do the month of, and you're on your own, you're a one-man army, you have no help, which is my fault. Once again, my fault. I should be asking for help. Things are not going to go as planned. So always remember that. Things don't go as planned. So keep an eye on seasonal stuff. You're in competition with others, but you're also being placed in a perfect time because people will remember you based on that season, based on the emotions, because seasons do have emotions, or holidays. So there's like a lot of stuff to like. Once again, rough draft. So this is things to like think about. How do I know this? I worked in retail. How do I know this? I worked as a delivery driver multiple times. How do I know this? I used to be in warehouses. So how do I know this? I used to work in fashion warehouses. It's hectic. Humans are very weird and predictable and unpredictable. We could try to be predictable as much as we can. We could try to lay things out. Hey, on Valentine's, this is what we're going to do. But when everybody does it at the same time, we hit traffic congestion on everybody trying to do the same activities as you are. I like how I'm using my hand. I feel very connected. But for the most part, this is pure rough drafting, chaotic ideas. So 1 year is probably the best shot. Right now there's no special holidays. And it is, well, here's the thing too. You don't want to be 1 year long, because according to Kickstarter, the longer you put your projects, people tend to forget, and then it's very difficult to what's it called, to launch it, because people will forget. So that's another thing. You don't want your projects to be too long, because if not, you're going to be stuck in the marketing section. Neither do you want your projects to be too short, where you won't be able to accomplish it and fulfill your pledge. In other words, my deal with the investors or people who are going to buy these. It's kind of weird. Let's just cut it. Kickstarter funding. There's going to be, you want to get something out of it, or maybe you want to see the project come to life because you're just a good person. But for the most part, you want to offer a good to the purchasers, to the investors. You want to offer something to them. That's why they're investing. But in this case, I would argue most Kickstarters, people want a goodie. You're buying something. Hopefully, that investment, and I'll tell you why it's a good investment when it comes to Kickstarters. When you do bulk purchases, it lowers the cost for everybody. Versus if you were to buy this on your own, it'll be high price. So that's the investment. If we do this as a local community effort, so I like using examples to explain things. And here's the key. If you were to buy this key by yourself, it's probably going to cost you all these markers, right? However, I'm going to have my little fingers, Bob, Sally, and Joe, or I'm going to use my name. Actually, I'm going to use my fake name, Miguel, or Josue, or Fernando. Let's say you got 6 more people now. And I wish I could be more diverse, but I don't really know that much names. Let's say y'all pitch in instead of 10, instead of one person paying for 5, and each one of you for the same price, because you're all going to get the goodie. Now, because you made this more affordable, each one would get a key because it's at a lower price. It's a bulk purchase order. Versus if it was just one person, that same price for one key. So that's why Kickstarters are really good, because one, you all get to lower the price of the item and make things happen. Or you're going to be stuck with just paying a full price of one of these for the same thing. Where if you were to split that cost with 5 other people, y'all could have just paid for one marker all at the same time. So that's what Kickstarters are cool. That's the downside though. It's very time-based. In other words, a specific time you have to invest just for that price to get a cheaper price. Because if you were to do it on your own, you were to buy this separately, most artists will have to sell it at a high price just for the same quality product. Hopefully I didn't confuse people. Damn, this is a live stream too, so I'm just making this stuff as I go. So yeah, that's the stuff that, oh man, I feel bad for creators. Or not really, if you like this type of stuff, this is what they have to deal with. 1, your vision. 2, your idea. 2, planning things out, having the Kickstarter, marketing, learning from your mistakes, launching it, how can I do better? And this is just one project that I'm working on right now. So we're going to put this to the side. There is another one, but I'm going to call it a secret project because I can't talk about it. I wish I could write in the back, but unfortunately I only got one of these. So this we're going to put to the side. And I think I like this because I blurted out the ideas that I have of Mythic Inc. So we are redesigning it and all that. So I don't think I have to talk about this too much. I do apologize if you're getting vertigo. So I am going to bring the camera back up. So we're going to do technical difficulties, but I'll let you look at my cards in the meantime, just to see some of the best ones. So we're going to switch on over real quick. And we're actually going to zoom in. Take this away. As I get things ready, so Mythic Inc. was a idea that I got from inspiration a long time ago. Not just that, someone else had the same idea as I did. Oops. Hopefully y'all don't see my face. Oh man, this sucks. It broke. As I talk and try to fix this, I don't think it's gonna happen and work. Okay, there we go. I had this idea that why don't we make poker an RPG based game? And I'm sure a lot of people have already done that idea, which I've already seen some on different locations. But in the case of Mythic Inc., I decided to just go with it. And I met someone at, where did I meet them? I'm trying to remember. Lightbox. I met this illustrator at Lightbox who created his own set of pokers. And his cards are called, and I'll showcase it. I'll give a shout out to him. I think his was called Mythic Kingdom. I could be wrong. I think his was more Mythic Kingdom. And I spelled kingdom wrong because I don't know how to spell kingdom. Okay, never mind. I totally forgot the name of the project that he had. Mythic Kingdom. Tournament of Mythic. Yeah, Mythic Kingdom, which is why I got the name from. Mythic. Just a little ode to him. I didn't meet him in person. I tried reaching out to him personally to see if he could give me some heads up, but I think he's a busy man. So this is what my idea was, but this is his illustration. So he's a bit more experienced at higher level and really good at drawing. I have no same quality as him. Mine's very inky. His is more a legit illustration. You got the details, you got the graining, you got the shadows, you got the light. Like, this is a full-on expert. And he had a team. From my understanding, I think he had a team. And his was successfully backed up. I thought it was pretty cool. I ended up getting for a lower price. And that's the cool part. If you were to buy these now, it's a bit, I wouldn't say pricey, but I was able to get them for $10. And I met him in person. And I got a signature, so that was pretty cool. So I really loved these designs, and I do have the cards, which is in my backpack. So even though we're talking about projects, we are getting sidetracked. But I'll showcase the designs right now as I try to fix my headset. Even though I'm not wearing a headset. Oh my gosh, this is annoying. I'm gonna have to invest in a GoPro in the future or some type of better camera that's long. Yeah, I do apologize. Anybody in the future or family members, friends watching this. I'm like winging everything. Oh wait, we gotta take away this. There we go. Wow, this is a really bad shot. Let's switch one over as I'm making it up. Oh, I rather. So he did a really amazing job. This is the one I haven't got. So I have this one. This is my pack. I should have got this one. The green one was so beautiful. Maybe in the future. So he's more of a professional, and has an understanding about consumerism, maybe, if I have to take a chance. So we're going to switch over to the cards. So these, we're going to show them in the light. These are the cards that are really well done. Even the back is really well done. Like, it's a pretty solid deck. I like it. Right now it's too much of a glare, so I'm going to switch over here. But it's really amazing. Like, I'm probably doing a bad job of showcasing this. But look, his illustrations are, hopefully it's not too blurry. It's on par. There's color. Everything came out really well and done. But one thing I also learned, like if you were, I don't want to ruin the magic, but he designed these and he knows how to use his time and he knows how to be fast about it. But stuff like this is pretty sick. And look at the spades. Like, it's a rhythm. There's a rhythm to this. Like, it's pretty well done. And he gives spatial. It's easy to read too, because unfortunately my cards, it kind of eats in. And most poker cards are very bland or I wouldn't say boring, but there's readability. Like, you know this is the king of spades. And the illustration doesn't take too much of your center of attention, but it gives each other respect. There's the main drawing, and then there's that. And it's pretty cool done because even the spades, I wish I could showcase it in the inside. There's a skull right there. And this one has a different one. I think it's an elf symbol. So each one is very well themed. And that's what I tried going for. That's what I got from him. It's theme. So, once again, very beautiful design. This is too, because I forgot to give a shout out to his name. Where's my boy at? I feel bad because I'm very forgetful of people's names. Where's your name, boy? Where's your name? I think you're at the bottom. I remember because I kept visiting your thing. Is it Scott? Scott Gustafson. I probably ruined it. Maybe that's not him. And is it Greg? There it is. Is it Greg? Yeah, it's Greg. Greg the illustrator. Give him a shout out. Visited him. He's pretty cool. Oh, look, see, he had a team. The gym designer, project manager. So, pretty amazing team. Pretty amazing people. Highly recommend buying these cards. I think they're available. So, which leads to my second project that I'm working on, which I kind of don't want to say too much, but that one's I wouldn't say hard, but it's very tedious. Asking for copyright licensing. If you don't know what copyright licensing is, which is another theme that we got to talk about, and honestly, I think I could put it right here, even though I'll have to cut it out later. Or I could just post the notes to gather my thoughts. So, this one is copyright. I don't own it. No ownership. And this one is contract based. And this one I do have to lose profit. I do have to give royalty. I think that's another day because something else I have in my mind that I got to take care of. But we're going to talk about this in the next live, hopefully. And this one I got to plan things out. This one, unfortunately, it's all appointments and negotiation. You really have to negotiate. That's a skill that's very, if you're not social, it's a very, this is not for the timid, this is not for the shy. You literally have to be brave, honest, and kind when it comes to negotiating. You don't want to be too mean, neither do you want to make them angry, neither do you want to be too greedy. There has to be a middle point where everybody benefits. So this one's this is a questionable one to talk about because you're dealing with royalties, you're dealing with contracts, you're dealing that it's not yours, so you will lose some of your art creativity, and it's copyright. That means you can't just steal. It's a lot of appointments, a lot of negotiation, and it's not for the timid or shy. You have to negotiate, you have to be brave, you have to be honest, and you have to be kind. Now when it comes to negotiating, all values are gone. So if things are starting to piss you off because this is what you want and they want something, probably copyright is not in your route. So you got to be careful with copyright stuff. So this is what I'm dealing with, but that's another live stream. What's another project? Oh, another project idea. So we're gonna put this right here. Another one, which I'm not gonna talk about, but it gave me an idea to this, and I got it from my dad, is make my own. Make my own. With the same concept. So you don't have to follow, you could copy the idea. There's nothing wrong, but you can't copy the art or property. You can't, once again, copyright, it's already been done. You're taking it as your own, but you can't. You're recreating it because you have a different take on it. Versus you could grab the concept of that copyright or the idea, but you can make it your own or change it, make it better. Or make it your own touch. So once again, this deals with art. This deals with your own art. So you could, and there's a lot. I recommend just doing research on this, or I could show you all a book. This is a new project. This is project 2. Well, project 3 and then project 2. And then finally, which I've been recommended, this is the last one. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm working on or going to try to work on. But one thing at a time. Project 4, which has been done, is tarot cards, which is what we're talking about. This one I'm not going to showcase it because this is a secret project, which I'm not going to tell anyone. Even I told you guys, but I'm not going to show it because I think it's a really good idea. This one's Project 4 tarot cards. Just making my own. That's it. It has been done many times. You can look up many illustrators who have done this. Even the person who did tarot cards is an illustrator. She's, I forgot her name. I think it's PMC or PCM. But the original tarot card illustrator, she's really amazing. Her illustrations are pretty much on point. I think it's Pamela something. We're going to look it up right now because why talk about it? Tarot card. Pamela Coleman Smith. So the only reason I was able to find out about her is because this symbol. And each of her cards, it has this. And I thought it was pretty cool, but if we were to like look up who she is, because I recognize it, I'm like, that's a symbol. Like every card had that symbol. It's her. She's the illustrator for artist and illustrator. I haven't looked much into her history, but she sounds pretty amazing. So I highly recommend checking her out. So I think her illustration is really well done and beautiful. So I'll probably be looking into her soon. Probably a lot of history to her too. So we'll be, oh god, I can already tell her illustration is good. Especially her color pattern. So that's basically it. I don't want to go too much because I do have to deal with some other stuff. But other than that, thank you for watching and handling this roadmap to just getting my projects down here and showcasing that. I guess YouTubing marketing or trying to market yourself is very, what's the word? I guess for someone who has a lot of things they want to talk about or try to get their ideas down, it's very, I want to say difficult, but you do need to plan things out, and you can't just have a live stream like this randomly. You need to honestly have a script, a plan. I think most YouTubers have a script, from my understanding, when it comes to entertainment. Same thing with actors, same thing with people who do, unless you're a talk show host, that's a whole different thing. But there is a script that you have to follow, and you do plan things out. So that ruins the magic when it comes to entertainment. It's all scripted. I would say the news is also scripted too. But stuff like this is the real deal, and this is a rough draft. And I'm pretty sure when it comes to companies, it's a lot more worse than this. Or when it comes to making something new, it's all a mess. But if you just jot things down and see things and then later on build upon it, and it's just you talking to yourself or just really working with somebody, it'll be a lot more finesse. But if you were to just do things on the go and explaining things not planned out, it's going to be messy. Like right now, all this is messy. As you can tell, the cord is connected to my neck, so you're all connected to my brain technically. Other than that, have a good night, have a good morning if I don't see anyone, or have a good day. Goodbye.